The old camera I found shows me events before they happen. I've always had a soft spot for yard sales. There's something thrilling about sifting through someone's old belongings. A few weeks ago, I stumbled upon a yard sale at a run-down house on the outskirts of town. No signs, no ads, just random items strewn across the lawn. Most of it was junk, but something caught my eye. An old, dusty Polaroid camera. Its black casing was scratched, and the lens had a smudge, but I could tell it was once a quality piece. I picked it up, feeling a wave of nostalgia wash over me. "That old thing still shoots pictures," an elderly woman said from behind me. I turned to see her, her hands shaking as she held a cigarette. $5, she rasped. I handed her the money, not expecting much but curious enough to take it home. When I wiped off the dust, I discovered a roll of film still inside. My curiosity piqued. I pointed the camera at the window and clicked the shutter. The camera whirred and a photo slid out. As the image developed, my blood ran cold. It was a picture of my living room, but it looked like a scene from a nightmare. The window shattered, glass everywhere, furniture overturned. In reality, everything was fine. I brushed it off as a defect, but I couldn't shake the unease. 2 days later, I came home to find my front window shattered, just like in the photo. My heart raced as I stared at the chaos. The police didn't find much. It looked like a random break-in, but deep down, I couldn't ignore the connection to the camera. The next day, I decided to test it again. I pointed the camera at my front door. When the photo developed, my heart skipped a beat. The door was wide open and a small, unmarked package sat on the doorstep. I waited all day, but nothing happened. By evening, I started doubting myself. The next morning, a knock on the door jolted me awake. I opened it, and there was the package from the photo, sitting right where it had shown in the picture. I tore it open to find a small, blank notebook with a single line written inside. "You're not alone." I was bewildered. Who sent this? What did it mean? Over the following days, I experimented with the camera. Each picture revealed future events, from mundane happenings to disturbing glimpses of shadows lurking in my home. One night I took a photo of my bedroom before bed. I don't know why I did it, but when the image developed, my heart raced. There, standing in the corner, was a tall figure, its face obscured. I didn't sleep that night, clutching the camera, feeling an unseen presence in the house. The following morning I took another picture, but this time the figure was closer, looming over my sleeping form. Panic set in. I considered destroying the camera, but deep down I knew the real threat was beyond its lens. That night, a soft tapping noise jolted me from my thoughts. I walked to the window, only to find a single handprint smudged against the glass. Terror gripped me. I locked all the doors and stayed up until dawn. The next day, I returned to the yard sale house, hoping the old woman could explain. But when I arrived, the place was abandoned. No signs of the sale, no one remembered it. It was as if it had never existed. That night I took one last photo, pointing the camera at my front door. When the picture developed, I felt my blood run cold. The door was wide open, and the same figure stood just inside, its body twisted and faceless. I sat there trembling, staring at the photo, my heart pounding. Slowly, I turned to the door, half expecting to see it there. But the door was closed. Everything seemed normal. Yet deep down, I knew it wouldn't last. Since then, the camera has remained in a box in the back of my closet, buried beneath old clothes. I refuse to look at it. I don't want to know what else it might reveal. But sometimes, late at night, I hear a soft click coming from the closet, the sound of the shutter snapping, as if the camera is still capturing moments I've yet to witness, and I'm too afraid to look.